Hey everyone, get ready because today we're diving headfirst into the future of food. And let me tell you, it's gonna be a wild ride.
Buckle up.
We're talking about Fame,
Yeah.
a platform on a mission, you could say, to totally shake up global agriculture, especially when it comes to emerging markets.
Right.
We've got a ton of exciting stuff in front of us today. Slides, maps, even a really interesting executive summary.
Yeah.
So what's the big reveal today? Picture this. A world where a farmer, let's say in India, can connect directly with a buyer in Italy.
Okay.
And they're using, get this, cutting-edge tech to make sure everyone's getting a fair deal and that we're taking care of the planet.
Right.
That's the dream Fame is chasing.
Yeah, and it's an incredible vision, isn't it? What really strikes me is how Fame is tackling this huge problem that's often hidden in plain sight. We're talking about financial exclusion in agriculture.
Yeah.
Did you know that a massive 1.4 billion people around the world are unbanked?
Wow.
And a huge portion of them, like 500 million, are farmers.
That's a mind-blowing number. It really shows you how crucial it is for people to have access to financial services. It's actually have a chance to build a better life.
Exactly. Just think about it. Without access to even basic banking, it's unbelievably hard for these farmers to invest in their farms, get loans, or even dream of selling their products on a global scale.
Yeah, it's like the system is holding them back. And it's not just the farmers who are struggling here, is it?
Absolutely not. If you look at slide 3, it really paints a clear picture of just how inefficient the current system is. European traders, for example, are losing a significant chunk of their income, about 3%, just because of fees they have to pay for cross-border payments.
Seriously.
It's a lose-lose situation because it also creates obstacles for them when they're trying to source products from these emerging markets.
And then there's us, the people eating the food. It's crazy to think that 400 million Europeans have absolutely no idea where their food actually comes from.
Yeah.
There's this huge disconnect between the people growing our food and, well, our plates.
That's exactly the gap that Fame is aiming to bridge. They're using the power of blockchain, combined with a user-friendly mobile app, to create a direct link between the people producing the food, the traders, and yes, even us, the hungry consumers.
Okay, you've got my attention. I love that their tagline is food autonomy and mutual empowerment. It feels like a breath of fresh air. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How does this actually work in the real world?
Okay.
I mean, from what I'm seeing on slides 6, 7, 9, and 11, it looks like they've designed their app with simplicity in mind, which, let's be honest, is a huge plus in my book. I'm all about tech that makes life easier, not more complicated.
Yeah, for sure. And that focus on user experience is key, especially when you're trying to reach farmers and traders in areas where access to technology might be limited.
Right. So we got this user-friendly app, but what can people actually do with it? They highlight 4 main functions: marketplace, financial inclusion, AI agents, and decentralized governance.
Right.
Let's unpack those a bit, shall we?
Sure.
Marketplace sounds pretty self-explanatory.
Let's start with the marketplace itself. It's essentially a global platform where farmers can showcase what they're growing to a worldwide network of potential buyers. This tackles a massive problem that small-scale farmers often face: not enough visibility and limited access to markets outside their immediate area.
Right.
And slide 7 really drives that point home with that visual of their global reach.
Yeah, I'm already seeing this global reach on the world map here. It looks like Fame has users popping up on every single continent. But here's the million-dollar question. How are they addressing the financial inclusion part of this? We're talking about farmers who might not even have traditional bank accounts.
Right, that's where Fame's use of digital currency comes in. They've integrated a system that lets people make payments using various crypto assets,
Okay.
including their own Fame token, as well as stablecoins pegged to the US dollar and the euro. It's all laid out on slide 8.
Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a crypto whiz. So for those of us who aren't fluent in crypto speak, what does this actually mean for these farmers? What's the real world impact?
Well, you can think of it as breaking down those financial barriers that we talked about. Crypto transactions are generally faster and more affordable than traditional bank transfers, especially when you're dealing with different countries.
Okay.
And the best part, you don't need a traditional bank account, which is a game changer in areas where getting those services is a major headache.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. So we've got this global marketplace with easy and accessible payments, which is already huge. But how do traders actually navigate this marketplace and find the right products when you have potentially thousands of producers?
That's where Fame's AI comes in. They've created something called an AI companion. You can find the details on slide 9. It's basically a personalized assistant for agricultural trade.
What?
It analyzes market trends, finds sourcing opportunities tailored to a user's specific requirements, and even offers personalized advice.
That's incredible. It's like having your own personal agricultural advisor right in your pocket. It reminds me of how AI is transforming other industries, making complicated information easy to understand and use for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fantastic example of using AI for good, in this case, promoting fairer and more efficient trade practices in an industry that's often bogged down by, well, inefficiencies.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask about this decentralized governance thing. It sounds a little intimidating, to be honest. What does it actually mean for a platform like Fame?
It's actually pretty straightforward. Fame uses a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, to manage the platform.
Okay, you're going to have to break that down a bit further for me. What exactly is a DAO and how does it work?
Imagine a company that's run by its users, where decisions are made collectively and transparently. Slide 10 explains how Fame token holders actually get to participate in this decision-making process through the Fame DAO.
So let me get this straight. By holding these Fame tokens, users have a real say in the platform's future.
Precisely. This decentralized approach makes sure everything is transparent and gives everyone involved a direct voice in shaping Fame's future. It's a pretty revolutionary concept if you think about it.
Yeah, it really does sound like they're building a truly democratic system for global agricultural trade. I'm starting to see why they're calling this a revolution.
And we've only just scratched the surface. Fame's vision goes beyond just technology. They're deeply committed to making a positive social impact and promoting ethical sourcing.
Now that's something I can definitely get behind. Tell me more.
They're trying to revolutionize the whole food system, not just the trading side of things, creating a model that's all about being fair, transparent, and sustainable every step of the way. That's what's really important for making a real difference.
It's great to see a company in this industry actually putting ethics first. And it seems like they're really putting their money where their mouth is, too. Slides 4 and 5 highlight how committed they are to ethical sourcing, and they even mention aligning with specific UN Sustainable Development Goals. Those are those big, ambitious goals that the United Nations set to tackle the world's biggest problems, right?
Exactly. And it's not just empty promises. They're focusing on things like no poverty, zero hunger, and responsible consumption and production, all about creating a fairer and more sustainable world, which aligns perfectly with Fame's model.
Yeah, it's like by ensuring fair prices for farmers, Fame is directly fighting poverty and giving power back to these communities. And promoting sustainable farming practices helps create a healthier planet. It's amazing how interconnected all of this really is.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Fame isn't driven solely by altruism. They're tapping into a major market force. Consumers demanding ethically sourced and transparent products.
So true. These days, people really want to know where their food comes from and how it was produced. They want to know they're making a positive impact with their choices.
Exactly. And it's a trend that's only getting stronger. We've seen it happen in other industries, and now it's transforming the food sector. Fame is basically giving consumers what they want, a way to live their values through their purchases.
It's brilliant. They saw a real need and created a solution that benefits everyone. The farmers, the traders, the consumers, even the planet. It's like they cracked the code on doing well by doing good. But how does this all translate into a business model that actually works? How do they make money?
That's where their unique approach really stands out. You can see it in slides 15, 16, and 18, which outline their revenue streams. One key element is a small 1% transaction fee on all marketplace transactions and token swaps.
That seems more than reasonable, especially compared to those 3% fees that traders are dealing with now.
For sure. But what's really fascinating is how they've incorporated aspects of decentralized finance, or DeFi. They're generating revenue through things like AI agent subscriptions and even a share of the rewards from staking.
Okay, I'll admit, DeFi isn't exactly my area of expertise.
It's passive income while also supporting the stability of the platform.
So it's a win-win for everyone involved. Pretty cool. But it's one thing to have a great idea and a solid business model. It's another to see real-world success. How's Fame actually doing out there? Have they gained any traction?
Absolutely. Their executive summary has some impressive figures. They've already got a global user base of 3,800 users. And get this, they're growing by 10% every month. That's exponential growth.
Wow, that's seriously impressive. It sounds like their message is resonating.
It definitely is. And it's not just individual users. They've also formed some important partnerships with big players in international development. They're collaborating with UN organizations like the Food and Agriculture Organization, the United Nations Development Program, and even the International Emergency Management Organization.
Now, that's what I call making waves. These are some serious partnerships with organizations known for driving real change on a global scale. Really speaks to the potential impact FAME could have. What's next for them? Where do they see themselves going from here?
Big plans. Their roadmap, which you can see on slides 20 and 21, is ambitious, to say the least. By 2027, they want to be supporting over 1,000 traders, connecting 100,000 producers, and they aim to have a network of 1,000 FAME hubs around the world.
1,000 FAME hubs. That's incredible. What exactly are these hubs, and how do they fit into their overall plan?
Think of them as physical centers where farmers can go to get training, access technology, and receive support to really take advantage of everything the FAME platform offers. It's about making sure that everyone, no matter where they are or how comfortable they are with technology, can be a part of this new system.
So it's not just about the tech, it's about building a real-world support network, too. That's impressive. Wow, we've covered a lot today. From how tough it is for farmers to access financial services to FAME's use of blockchain and AI, it really feels like they're on the verge of something big. But what does this all mean for the people listening? Why should they care about FAME and what they're doing?
Because FAME's story is about more than just agriculture. It's a powerful example of how we can use technology to solve some of the world's biggest challenges. It's about giving a voice to those who haven't had one, creating a fairer and more sustainable global economy, and ultimately creating a future where everyone has a real chance to succeed.
I think what's most inspiring is that FAME isn't just talking about it, they're actually doing it. They have a bold vision, a solid plan, and they're already making a difference. It shows you that we all have the power to create change, whether it's supporting companies like FAME or finding our own ways to build a better future.
Absolutely. And it all begins with awareness. The more we understand about these innovative solutions and the problems they're tackling, the better equipped we are to make informed decisions and support positive change.
Couldn't agree more. To wrap up our deep dive into the world of FAME, we explored their incredible approach to connecting farmers, traders, and consumers, their dedication to financial inclusion and ethical sourcing, and their ambitious plan for the future of agriculture. We've seen how they're using the power of technology to build a more efficient, transparent, and equitable food system.
It's a testament to what innovation can achieve and a real sign of hope for a more sustainable and interconnected world.
Perfectly said. And on that note, dear listeners, we encourage you to keep exploring this on your own. Check out FAME's website, download their app, and join the conversation. You might just be inspired to be a part of this incredible journey. Until next time, stay curious and keep that thirst for knowledge alive.